Hello peeps, welcome back to the editing process. Got quite a lot done since you were last here. Last time you were here, I was showing you about all this stuff over here. Now if I scroll down, see that I've been moving some of this stuff around. So now there are no gaps, so it's just one fluid thing with cuts from one team to another. And I've got over here, I've got some outro music, which I just need to snip the very end bit off. That's when the music stops, so that's when I can have this is my little outro bit. I need to change this, so I'll click this little thing here on my, unfortunately it opens the page on my other monitor, but I like having it on the other monitor because I can look at what I'm doing on the other monitor as I move it around like this. You can see up in here, you can see that this moves around, so I can kind of line it up roughly with how I want it on the other monitor, and then I can check how it's actually going to look on this one, and I don't have to kind of keep switching back and forth. I think that's a good spot. Okay, we can close that now. And then that's done. So, what other things I need to do? I need to start adding in more tracks, unfortunately. So I need to add in 2 video tracks to this part here, but then I also need to add in 2 text things to go in here as well. So if I just take a quick look at this one, let's see. Let's put in Scavenger Hunt episode 3. So we'll put that in here. I'm going to delete the audio track from that because we don't need the audio track. And what we've got here, this is some flying with a helicopter. I think this is where they fly under a bridge and then crash, which is quite a cool little clip. And I think if we can find, yeah, okay, so if I cut it there, and then what I'll do is I'll move that so that the end of it is in line with that, and then bring that in here, so I can then delete that. So that will be one of the videos that I have at the end, and then we'll use this event crop. And again, I'll on the other monitor it brings up, I'll show you actually if I can. It brings up this here. I guess you can do it on one screen. I just have to. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to happen. Come out again. Okay, good. Phew. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out so I can actually see what I'm doing. So this corresponds to this bit up here. So we need to make it smaller because we need to be able to make annotations for this for the video. So I think that's probably a good size. I think now it's just a matter of positioning it. I think we need to position that, I don't know, we'll say about there ish. That'll do. That looks okay. Alright, and then I need to decide what other video I'm going to put in, and that'll go on this side next to it. So then we need to insert a video track here, go to media generators and text, and that's going to go in here. Alright, so then now what I do is I'll delete that and I'll type in, I don't know, more GTA 5 exclamation mark, because it's exciting. More GTA 5. And then I'll go down to the font that I always use, which is that, and it's in bold already, so that's good. So now I just need to change the font size. I think it's about 28 is what I normally would use. And then over here I can change the placement of it so I can have it where I want it, which is about there. Ooh. Having the text in a channel above the video means that on the screen it goes over the top, it overlaps. Whereas if I was to move this channel below the video, you'll see the video is then on top, which is obviously not what you want. So you have to make sure that whatever layer you want on top goes on top of the channel list. So that'll do for that, and then I'll have to put in another video track, and that will be the name of whatever else I decide to put in, which I haven't decided yet, but I'll get to that point in a minute. And obviously saving, Control S to save. I save like twice like just in case anything crashes. Usually after I make every change I save it. Okay, so that's the beginning of the outro. I've got the music in here, which is the same music that I used on the last scavenger hunt, because I wanted to try and keep that bit the same. The other music that I put in, I can change as and when, but for now, that's what that is. So I'll be putting some more music in this area here. I should probably rename this so that it actually says music, so that I know that that's my music track with all my different music on it. As you can see, I have adjusted the levels ever so slightly on these particular tracks so that they were all kind of in keeping with each other, really. So one track wasn't really loud while another track was quite quiet, because I mean, this track itself would peak, well, it wouldn't peak, it'd sort of come up to about 18 on here, and all the other ones were like all the way up here, so I had to bring these ones down so that it was roughly about the same as that one. I still haven't changed the audio levels on the microphones yet. That's still something that I need to do. But another thing that I need to do is where is it? Okay, so this is where the individual tracks of video come into play, is from this moment on. So I'm going to bring this marker back here so that I know that that's where it is. Okay, so for each team, they have to have their own overlay, so you know when it switches from one team to the next, that's the name of the team that you're watching. So I've got them all in here, and I made them all with a program called GIMP, which you can find for free online. Same as Audacity, that's free online, you can find that quite easily. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. We're going to right click, insert video track, and then I'm going to get the Royal Blood overlay, and I'm going to put it all the way along to, I don't know, it doesn't matter really, to there. Okay, so that's the Royal Blood. So now I need to edit this to change where it is and how big it is. And that's not how I do it. Or is it? Is it? No, that's the wrong one. I've got the wrong one, everyone. I've got the wrong one. Where is it? Where is it? Aha! There it is. Okay, this is the right one. Alright. There we go, this is the right one. Okay, so let's highlight some Royal Blood footage. Okay, there it is. So as you can see, it's a little bit big. So we need to change the size of that ever so slightly, and positioning. So we'll zoom out a bit, smooth that. And let's see if we can bring that to a decent size. I'm gonna have to bring this up here so that we can actually get it. This is the problem that I always have with this, is that you're trying to get it up in the right hand corner, and it's always like, oh yeah, we can do that, and then you go, right, this is where I want it to be, and it's like, yeah, it's not actually. I like that. Okay, that's good. Doesn't infringe too much on what's going on the screen, and you can see what team you're looking at the time. Okay, that's good. So we've got that going along to that's the end of the episode, right? Let's scroll up, let's check. Yeah, that's the end of the episode. So what I could do now is I can get the other ones. Let's get the Magump. It's Team Magump and Flying Graysons. Let's put that there. And Tiny Sparks. Let's put that one on there as well. Now what I can do is right click and copy, and then highlight all of these and then paste event attributes. Now hopefully that should put. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust that one slightly. Oh, and I'm gonna have to adjust that one slightly. But the Flying Graysons one is pretty much in the right place, so that's not too bad. So we've got all of them on their respective on the right channels. What I'm thinking of doing is kind of just extending these all the way along, but it's not really necessary right now. So what we should do is we shall quickly just alter these so that they're in the right place. So all these little tiny little bits of editing to get things in the right place. And okay, how does that look in comparison to the Royal Blood one? Can't really tell right now. Annoying. I think it needs to be bigger. Obviously, we don't want a big mess like this on the screen because you can't see what's what. So the first clip for Team Tiny Sparks starts over here. So I can bring this clip over here, and I can make a cut here. Let's do that. I can make a cut here, and if this wants to behave, and then there we go. So now that clip has the Tiny Sparks bit in the top left hand corner for each clip that is involved in this particular episode, which is just exactly what we want. So what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll do that for each of these as well, so each team name is above, and then that's all done. So we've essentially added a whole bunch of extra tracks to this project now that we didn't have before. So we had about 28, I think 28, 29 tracks before, and now I've got a total of 37. So that's fun. So yeah, so if you enjoy this series, or if you've got any questions about this series, then feel free to leave a question in the comment section, and I shall do my best to answer them for you if I can. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.